Hi Shell Point, I'm Ruth Duber with What's Cooking, and I have something to share with everyone today. I'm not going to do the cooking show anymore. I started in 2006, and it's been a long run, and I've loved every minute of it. We've done about 240 shows. At the 100th show, the staff did kind of a crazy thing, and actually you can get it on Shell Point TV. They did sort of a dream sequence, and that was funny.
Well, guys, it's Ruth's 100th episode. I think it's time we paid her back. I think we need to bake her a cake. We need something to cut that zucchini up with. Dan, what do you have? I'm just going to put the cake mix in the bowl here.
Okay, I got the fruit in the bowl.
I see Ruth using oregano all the time.
Here.
What are you doing?
It's for your 100th episode, Ruth. We wanted to bake you a cake.
That's not the way you do it.
How do you bake a cake?
I'll show you. Wait till I get my red apron. And then when I hit the 200th show, David Lee and Finemark Bank really did throw a party for me, and I'm so grateful for that. And for all the guests that I've had, they've just been wonderful. But I kind of think it's time for me to hang it up, approaching my 90th birthday in 2 weeks. And I just think when it gets to be more work, then if it's not fun anymore, then it says it's time to stop.
The cooking show at Shell Point has been a tremendous gift. One of Mom's purposes in life is to make people feel good and make people feel happy. And I think through this cooking show, not only has it brought her a lot of joy to be able to do that, but you know, we don't go anywhere in her little golf cart where people aren't saying, Ruth, we tried your recipe, it was great. So it's really been a window into the community for her and being able to share her love of cooking with all the friends and wonderful people at Shell Point.
And I remember I would come in the door and she was always reading cookbooks. No novels for this woman. She loved just that whole idea of preparing a meal, and I think in some ways that was her art form, and it was how she showed love for us. So it was so perfect then when she came to Shell Point that she got an opportunity to just express that in a whole different way. Just the fact that my mom had a cooking show and did 240 episodes, I think it was, that's such a powerful thing, because it gave her a venue to do something that she loved. And she always would say, my purpose is to make people happy, and how she's always done that is through food. So I think the cooking show was this beautiful way for her to express that in a bigger scale. And you got to give her credit. At that age, to just take on this kind of project, it just gave her purpose and intention, and I just love that about the cooking show. What's Cooking? It will go down in history for that.
I think when I found out Mom was going to do a cooking show, I was surprised. Not because she isn't a good cook, but because she was not used to being up front. My brother, my sisters, and I are all kind of these folks that work with other people. We do education seminars, we train folks. But Mom was always the one behind the scenes, so it was exciting for her to have the cooking show.
Every holiday, every occasion, Ruth likes to cook and I like to eat. It's a perfect combination.
She's one of my favorite friends. We have a good time. She gives me little tips on cooking that have been extremely helpful. And sometimes she invites me to her house for some lovely meals, which I really enjoy, and that's very kind of her. And of course, she's the perfect hostess. She always makes you feel so welcome and so happy.
Her cooking show is just great. And the reason it's great is she has things on her show that we can do. That she's not just performing, she's really giving us information. So if you haven't seen her show, you can look it up on the internet and find all kinds of things you can make in your own kitchen.
I'm just delighted to be here today with my wonderful friend Ruth and her great family.
Well, I'd like to tell you that Ruth is one of the finest people I've ever known. She's generous, she's kind, she's loving, and she's pretty too. So what more can you ask?
Well, I want to thank everybody at Shell Point for their support of my mom. It's kind of fun to be in the swimming pool and say, I'm Ruth Duber's daughter, and folks know who I am. I appreciate that support that they have given her, and I hope that will continue with Spot and other aspects at Shell Point.
I think she does it with grace and love and appreciation of the wonderful ride she's had and the great support she's gotten, particularly from Dan here behind the camera. It has been a labor of love and a wonderful thing for our mommy.
I've had a wonderful time, and thank you all for watching. I don't know how long they'll keep the recipes on. They could probably keep it on for 5 years with all the shows that they have, but that's up to them. So I want to say goodbye and thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.